that's over here. And here's the other papillary muscle in all of its glory. And look how big it is. It's bigger than my thumb. So, and the reason it can do that is because this muscle is so thick, it can accommodate a giant muscle like this. Because these muscles are so big, we only need 2 of them. So this is the bicuspid
Mitral valve.
or mitral valve, bicuspid valve, or left atrioventricular valve. All 3 valid names.
Just this thing right
Well, this is, sure. This is one cusp of it, and this is the other cusp of it. Because there's 2 cusps. It's a bicuspid. Because it's got 2 cusps. So here's part of the other cusp.
Okay.
So this is part of the cusp, and this is a little bit of that cusp, and here's the other cusp. It's a bicuspid valve. It's got 2 muscles. Each muscle pulls on both cusps. It's not one muscle per cusp. These are the chordae tendineae. These are the all of these are chordae tendineae. Okay? Lots of chordae tendineae to attach a papillary muscle to the cusp of a valve. And you can really see how, when the blood goes underneath, how this is going to get lifted up. And if all of these pieces and parts get lifted up, they're going to occlude the whole opening. The right side, you have to peer inside of it because you've only just barely opened it up. And you can see a little bit of, here's a cusp with chordae tendineae. See the chordae? I'm going to just cut this a little bit more, not a lot more, because I really like what you can see here, but just enough more, just down here a little bit more so you can see in a little bit better. Just so you can see in a little bit better. So now you can see there's a lot of ventricle left because it's all back here. Right?
ventricle.
Yeah, the right ventricle. So it's got to have just as much volume as the left one, but it's kind of hiding behind. But now you can see here's the valve, here's part of the valve, and here's part of the valve going up into the right atrium up here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Of course, I'm going backwards, and in life, the valve would never let me because I would get caught underneath the parachute here. And so here's a papillary muscle.
Oh, it's huge.
No, this is huge.
It's big though, like the bubble.
No,
of it
just
was
this.
like-
It's pretty.
It's less than my pinky. It's just. It's just this.
Oh, just that little.
You just, well, this little sort of, it looks kind of like a pinky with hairs growing out its head. I want a pinky that looks like, see, it's about the size of a pinky, a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
It's just this.
Okay.
Not huge.
Okay.
Huge.
Not huge. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
So because the muscle's only this thick. So this side has to have 3 little weeny muscles, and it's a tricuspid valve. This has 2 humongous muscles, and it's a bicuspid valve. Bicuspid, tricuspid. Okay. Right? Okay. And we'd have to continue to peer in here and stick our noses in it. That's enough. But so there's the valve. You can see that in here, the lining has all these ridges of muscle on both the left and the right side. Those are the trabeculae carni. If we go up, there's only a little bit of this atrium left, the left atrium left, the left atrium remaining. But you see how it's smooth? Whereas when we go into the auricle, see the dog eat ear? When we go into the auricle, we see the musculi pectinati. If we had the whole atrium, we'd find that a little bit of the wall also has musculi pectinati, but the entire auricle does. And over here, the same thing. This is the other part of that same atrium. And so here you can see, for example, on the atrium, there's a little bit of musculi pectinati, but the auricle is all musculi pectinati. And if we go through here, what goes into the left atrium, this is one of the pulmonary veins. And if we had them all, there'd be, well, here's another one, there'd be 4 of them. Okay, so now if we go...
So they all come out of the left atrium, the pulmonary veins?
Go into...
Into.
My finger comes out of because I'm going backwards.
Yeah, okay.
So here is the right atrium. See my finger? So I found the right atrium, and it's in there, and we're looking down into it.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what that guy was.
And so this auricle is the right auricle, and again, it has musculi pectinati, but the rest of the wall, most of the rest of the wall is smooth. And this opening here is the superior vena cava. Look how thin the wall is. Okay, and the inferior vena cava is right there.
Oh.
So the heart would be hanging like that.
Okay.
Because
What
remember
is
the heart?
that?
So my finger's going into the superior and out the inferior vena cava.
Oh, okay.
And in the back here,
Inferior? Yeah, just
yep,
inferior. Wow.
yep. Because this is how the heart
Okay,
hangs,
cool.
right? Like a gymnast. Wait a second, let me get that right. This is the,
Yeah.
no, it goes the left way. That can't be right.
That's the aorta.
Yeah, this is the top, this is the
that's
bottom.
top, yeah. Aorta.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did it right.
I did it right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so and then this floppy stuff back here, that's the coronary sinus. See this wrinkly stuff? That's the coronary sinus. So if we could look in here, we might or might not be able to see, because it's a pretty small opening into the coronary sinus. I mean, from the coronary sinus into the atrium is a pretty small opening. And we can't see it because the whole atrium is hiding in there. So the aorta and the pulmonary trunk have much thicker walls. See how thick that is? And we know which one this is because if we go down it, we find our way into the, which one are we in? We're in the left.
Atrium.
Well, no, we're in the left
Ventricle.
ventricle here, see?
Oh.
And this is a semilunar valve cusp, right here. And the rest of it is over here.
How long did this take you to get this so precise?
You mean so I don't have to look stuff up? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, so just remember, my PhD is in human anatomy. Okay? I started teaching in the medical school my second year. In the medical school, well, actually,